Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. I didn't know what to think because I put out my video last night. Then I got a couple of messages saying Cash Peters had put up this video and that my reading was similar to him. I went over to check out his video, but it was taken down, so I have no idea what he was talking about. But in the comments, one of my longtime subscribers asked me to look into Eric Prince. So I'm assuming that this is what he had mentioned. So I did do Eric Prince's Numerology, and we're going to do a tarot reading after this. But first, I thought let's look into the voter suppression, because like Trump literally on air with Mike said, my goodness, if we allowed everybody to have the ability to vote, the Republicans would never get voted in again. What? I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like, he literally said it out loud. Like, this guy is a complete clown. Complete clown. So I thought, let's look into it towards the 2020 election in November. My first question is going to be, will Trump, Pence, and the Republicans suppress the vote? Let's have a look. Will the Republicans, Trump, Pence, suppress the vote? Let's have a look, guys. Will the Republicans, Pence, and Trump suppress the vote? 1, 2. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. This is definitely trying to put a delay. They're definitely going to be putting people between a rock and a hard place. Certainly if you look at the vote that happened today, they literally said, no, you have to go there and line up if you want to get the vote. We're not going to let everybody mail it. And then the confusing part is that you have Trump up there and he's like, I don't agree with this mailing in business. I think it's fraudulent. I think there's people, signing all these votes and putting it in fraudulently. And then they say, how are you going to vote for Florida? And he said he's going to mail it in. So guys, yes, they are going to do their best to delay and put people between a rock and a hard place. But then they have the Queen of Wands. So they're trying to look and find any avenue they can try to pursue to change the vote, to delay the vote, to lower the vote. This is them actively trying to cause this. This is sacrificing for this. But the result is the Three of Swords. So this is going to cause upset. This is going to cause people to question and to stand up. This is going to cause people and confusion, and it's going to cause delays. So 100% they're trying to delay. Let's look in and see. Second question, how will the voters react? How will the voters react? How will the voters react to whatever games Trump and his administration are going to get up to? How will the voters react to the voter suppression? Goodness. It all comes down to follow the money, follow the greed. In all of it, all of them. It's just so horrendous. So let's look, how will the voters react? How will the voters react? They're going to be confused. They're going to be upset. They're not going to be able to see the big picture. There's going to be arguing and fighting, and people just are confused. They don't know what's going on. The devil's in the details. They don't have the details. What will happen going forward for the election? Is this going to affect the upcoming election in November of 2020? Is this voter suppression? And I mean, let's face it, Trump and his admin are more than happy, willing, and able to use the coronavirus and anything else they can to keep in power. He can't afford not to be in power because he's going to be in so much trouble. Will the election go ahead as normal? There's going to be pressure. There's going to be issues with timing. So I think the election is going to be delayed and farsed around with. This could cause people to not even know what's going on. They're not even going to know. Okay, this is definitely confusion. People they're just going to be, there's going to be so much passion and they're going to be fighting up against. So what will happen? What will happen with the election? What's going to happen? What's going to happen with the election? Are Trump and his admin going to be able to suppress the vote and steal the election? Let's look. The situation, there's going to be people who aren't going to get to vote, and there's going to be issues around the virus. I don't know if the virus will still be not rampant at that time, but if it'll still be around to the point where it might affect the polling stations. People are upset. They're not seeing what is there. They're only looking at what is not there. This is going to be a difficult time because of the economy, because we're all being shut in. All these things are coming to pass, and the information is getting more and more confusing. More and more confusing. But we have the Nine of Pentacles. So it's almost as though, see, I mean, again, it's almost like I can't get to the end because the end is up in the air yet. There's a lot more to happen between now and November. But this is more or less saying, listen, if you see the light and you do your due diligence, luck and hope will be on your side. If you don't, then the opposite's going to be the result. But I don't know for whom that's going to be. Okay, so, we're going to do Prince now. Hold on. I have his numerology done. So I want to give some info on him and his numerology. But before I do that, my candle lit for each and every one of us. I hope you guys are doing well, feeling well. I don't know about you, but for me, I go through this time where it's like, I feel fine, and then I feel overwhelmed, and then I turn on the news, and I have to turn off the news. It's like, thank God for this channel. Thank God for you guys coming into my life and allowing me to share my gift with you, because it's awful lonely doing it on your own, and I love seeing the responses, and I appreciate it. So thank you. And if you want, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. So let's look at Eric Prince. Businessman, U.S. Navy SEAL officer, founder of Blackwater USA, which is now Acadia. He's given, $250,000 to the Trump administration. He was responsible for the Trump Tower, trying to get the back channel to Russia. You had Donald Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, George Nader. It's funny, here this Eric Prince, and for that, pretty much the whole embodiment of the Donald Trump collective being Pence and the whole gang, they're very, very religious, and not in a good way, because Eric Prince grew up and is totally against the LGBTQ community. Pence and them are very much that way. It's very right-leaning religious. But I grew up as a Catholic, and religion to me does not make room for greed, for hatred, and for the absolute, the fact that Pence can work alongside of Trump, then that's not a religious man. That's a greedy man. So he was the one who was trying to get the back channel for Donald Trump. I know for research, he's Betsy DeVos's brother. He's a multimillionaire. He interned with George Bush, but left because he couldn't handle all the gay and lesbian people coming in and out of the White House. How could they include these people? His company, Blackwater, during the time, 2007, they were caught for overbilling. They were caught for their people drinking and feeling like they were above the law. Some had been up on legal charges and convicted for killing. He had 17 people shot, unarmed civilians in Iraq. And people, whistleblowers and people who worked with him had said that that Prince encouraged the environment to kill for sport, because he wants all Muslims, Iraqis, and anybody who's different to be taken off the face of the earth. He views himself as a Christian crusader tasked with eliminating Muslims. So I looked at his numerology. He was born June 6, 1969. He has a double 1, double 6, and an 8. So, he's very, very involved with his family, about family traditions, the millionaires, the money keeping in that line. He's got a lot of drive. He's very much a protector, but he's very conceited and selfish at the same time. He is very much about the family, but in a non-2020 way. He is very much likes to be in control, and it's like, this is the law according to me, because his religion, and Pence's and theirs religion, is not to God, it's to the almighty Trump, almighty dollar, almighty greed. So he's very much into war and making money off war, and it is sick that Trump is surrounding himself with people that have such dislike and just so lacking of moral character. I mean, it's 2020, time to live and let live, get away from us. Too much. This is crazy. And religion is a very beautiful, amazing thing. The religious people that I know that are truly religious are the kindest, most sacrificing, beautiful people. They're not this Prince guy, and it's certainly not Pence or any of the religious right that are really taking advantage of the U.S. right now. So let's ask and say, look what comes up. Let's look and see, is he with Trump? Is he part of this connection with Trump, with Xi, with Putin, with the powers to be? Is he part of that? Because, he tried to get that meeting to get the back channel. So he's in with all the people who have money and the people who rule the roost. You know what I'm saying? So let's have a look. Is he with Trump? Is he with Trump? 1, 2. I've got the 2 of Pentacles. So I think it's more than Trump. It is the weighing out of two situations being one, his money, greed, and his self-belief that his way is the only way. I mean, he literally wants to get rid of a group of people. Who does that sound like? Difficulty getting what he wants. So he used this situation to get what he wants. This is using Trump to get what he wants. The Hierophant. He is embedded in the government to get money, to get power, and to eventually get his own agenda across. This is getting on the side of Trump to use this situation to get the rules and regulations on his side. Oh, this is just, there's such people. Is he a traitor to the U.S.? Considering that he's the one that decided to get the back channel, is he a traitor to the U.S.? Is he working with other countries, other entities to backstab the U.S.? He is holding on to everything that he thinks to be correct. This is his finances, his money, his belief system, the world. He's involved because he wants to hold on so tightly. It's on a world stage. He's involved. 100%. He's got an agenda that he believes is bigger and more important than even human life. This is a man that I bet you, if you looked at his history, would have the same thoughts as Hitler. It's just that it's against a different group of people. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Is he, let's see. Is he going to get in trouble for being part of the Trump administration? He's involved. We know that. But he's involved even more than what we think. There's a religious sect that's in the White House. And they definitely have an agenda. Wow. So what's going to happen after Trump is out? What's going to happen to Eric Prince? What's going to happen to Eric Prince? Currently. No, I can't. Seriously. Tower. Every single night, tower. We've got the sun that is shedding light on all the darkness, all the bad things that have been coming into play. This is also the virus and people having to defend. He is going to have to defend himself. He is going to have issues. Is he going to have legal issues? Man. Guys, put on your seatbelts. Because I don't know what's happening, but something big is coming down the pike. Oh man, I hope we don't go out of popcorn because this is crazy. Okay, as always, is Trump going to get in big trouble? What's happening? Is Trump in big trouble? What's going to happen? Is Trump going to get in big trouble? News is coming out, guys. I told you this is the beginning of his end. What's tomorrow going to be like for Trump? There's going to be news coming out. It's going to be emotional. This week is going to be difficult. How's Trump's tomorrow going to look like? Because today he was quite angry, wanting to fight with everybody. Because like I said, 2020 is the year where you can't get away with it anymore. In the year of 3, yes, he could have shot somebody on the streets of New York and gotten away with it. But not in 2020, my friend. I can't tell you when, but I guarantee you that man's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. So, money, money, money. Okay, that's my video for tonight. That's a lot. You know what, guys? This is all going to pass, and I truly believe that at the end of the day, this is going to be for the betterment of all. In order to transform, in order for things to become better, we've got to see what's bad. We're seeing the voter suppression. We're seeing healthcare in all countries, no matter what way it is. It's not functional for the people that are on this earth. I pray that we all are enlightened and realize the value of human to human love and friendship, no matter where we are on this world, and that we have to start taking care of our own health, and all these things have to come to play. But in order for big change to come, unfortunately, it comes with pain. It's almost like giving birth. It's just one of those things. But it's going to be beautiful and wonderful and worth it. You can't bury your head. We have to look at what's wrong and fix it. Okay, so wishing you light for your darkness. Have a great night, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.